Welcome to the Midweek message. We're taking some lessons from Proverbs chapter 30, and we're reading from the contemporary English version of the Bible. And I'm reading Proverbs chapter 30, verses 24 through 28. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 24. On this earth, four things are small, but very wise. Ants who seem to be feeble, but store up food all summer long. Badgers who seem to be weak, but live among the rocks. Locusts who have no king, but march like an army. Lizards which can be caught in your hands, but sneak into palaces. That's Proverbs 24 through 28 of chapter 30. And we're going to look at them one by one. Four things are small, but very wise. One, ants. They seem to be feeble. You can crush them, step on them. Children will burn them with magnifying glasses. They seem to be feeble. They're very small, but they store up food all summer long. They never stop working. They're continually working, and they give us a lesson in industry. And so though they seem to be small, they keep working. They keep working. They keep working. And that's the key to accomplishment, is staying with the task. By the way, ants, although they are small, can lift a lot more in relation to their body weight than we can, or any pretty much any animal that lives. But they seem to be feeble, but they're wise. They're wise because they use their strength in an incessant nature, and also they apply themselves and get a lot accomplished. Another thing that's small but very wise are badgers who seem to be weak but live among the rocks. Now, there are certain types of badgers that are considered to be some of the most vicious animals that live. That's not what this is talking about. This is talking about small animals, sometimes called conies. They're like a little rabbit type of thing that lives among the rocks. And even though they're weak, they know their weakness, and so they find shelter in the place that's appropriate. The Bible tells us that the Lord's name is a refuge and a tower, and the righteous run into it, and they are saved. And so someone that knows their weakness and takes that into account is very wise. Something else that is small but very wise, verse 27. Locusts who have no king but march like an army. Nothing can be accomplished unless people cooperate, at least to any great degree. One person may be tremendously talented, but two are better, and three, making a threefold cord, the Bible says, can't be broken. People working together, whether it's in a home, in a business, or in the church. They don't have to have a boss. They don't have to have somebody cracking a whip over them. They don't have to have a person that's domineering, but they need to work together, and that's the wisdom of the locust. And then lizards, and there are some versions of the Bible that translate this spider. Same application is true. The verse 28, says that you can catch them with your hand, but they sneak into palaces. My wife and I and children once lived in South Florida. The lizards are everywhere. You can't keep them out. And someone says, oh, how terrible it is to have the lizards. Well, the lizards are there to eat the roaches. You can't keep them out either. They're just infested. And so something that is small and yet finds its way to get into the best of facilities. The Bible says lizards you can catch in your hand, but they can sneak into palaces. And so those are Proverbs chapter 30, verses 24 through 28. Four things that are small, but they're very wise. Never think that your size with relation to stature or the business world or income, never think that that is a determiner of wisdom in your life. Apply yourself.